On our second day in Paris, most museums were closed for the Olympic Games opening ceremony. So, we started the day with a yummy breakfast at a pastry shop right by our hotel. We weren't the only ones hungry. We went to Montmartre. Montmartre is a super fun neighborhood in Paris that's full of artists and colorful streets. It's famous for the big white church called Sacré-Cœur, which sits on top of a hill. You can climb lots of stairs to get to the top, and the view of Paris from there is amazing. I had the yummiest crepe ever. The streets were really quiet, maybe people were getting ready for the big event. We went to see the Moulin Rouge, the famous theater with the big red windmill on top. Then we went to the Panthéon, a grand building in the Latin Quarter. It used to be a church, but now it's a place where famous French people are buried. The Panthéon was inspired by the Pantheon in Rome and looks a lot like ancient Greek and Roman buildings. Inside we saw the Foucault's pendulum, a big brass and lead ball which swings back and forth. It was part of an experiment in 1851 by a scientist Léon Foucault, who showed that the Earth spins. The dome is so heavy that the whole building had to be built extra strong. We climbed 206 steps to the top and got to see amazing 360 degrees views of Paris. It has a huge dome that stands 83 meters or 272 feet high. The Pantheon is also where many famous French people are buried. The crypt is cool, a little spooky, and filled with long hallways and tombs of these important people. We saw the tombs of Pierre and Marie Curie, Alexandre Dumas, Victor Hugo, and Émile Zola. Next, we visited the Luxembourg Gardens. The Luxembourg Gardens is a huge, beautiful park that's perfect for exploring and having fun. There are big green lawns, colorful flowers, and fountains. We saw the other Statue of Liberty, a smaller version. Then found a fun park to play in. After that, it was time to head back to the hotel and pack for our trip the next day. On the way, we stopped by Saint-Sulpice Church. It took about 100 years to finish, and if you look closely, one of its two towers is shorter because they ran out of money. In front of the church, lots of people were gathering to watch the Olympic opening ceremony. It was one of the special spots where everyone came together to celebrate. Inside, there's a cool sundial called a gnomon that helps tell time by following the sun. It was used in the past to help figure out when Easter should be celebrated each year. Another fun fact is that the church has one of the largest organs in the world. The giant pipe organ has nearly 7,000 pipes, and people still play it during concerts. Just before the opening ceremony, we visited the smallest street in Paris, listened to some music at Saint Michel Square, and went to Montparnasse Tower. From the top, we had an amazing view of Paris, especially the Eiffel Tower. For the first time ever, the Olympic Games opening ceremony was held outside a stadium. Paris became a giant stage as athletes paraded down the Seine in boats. Even though it was pouring rain outside, we stayed dry and watched the opening ceremony from above. As night fell, the Eiffel Tower sparkled in different colors. The Eiffel Tower's light show was amazing, lighting up the clouds and rain with lasers and dancing beams. The Olympic cauldron, attached to a massive balloon, was lit and floated high above the city. The city looked magical, and we felt like we were part of something really special. We didn't get to see the opening ceremony up close, but we had a cool view and experienced Paris in our own special way. It was exciting to be part of such a big, historic moment. The night ended with the Olympic flame glowing brightly over Paris.